Hello, my name is Dr. Maya Byfield. My business is The Phenomenal STEMist. I'm so excited to be here in Orange County because it's where I live. I live in Apopka, Florida. And I decided to make this business because I saw a need for underrepresented students to be successful in STEM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, math. And the best way I can do that is just provide products for parents to prepare them, whether it's a book or online STEM camps or just video podcasting. My goal is to transform this community, especially those who are underrepresented. And the way to do that is to help parents understand their children's minds and basically develop them at different stages of their lives to be prepared for a successful STEM career. Thank you so much. That's why I'm here. Professional.
Mm-hmm.
Professional. Okay, next
Get
one.
your market watcher. Get you a market watcher. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All day.
Get you a market watcher. Get you a market watcher.
All day, a day. Get you a market watcher. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. Hey guys. Sorry about last month, but we're back. We're back. It's December.
Yes,
It is
ma'am.
the first Monday of the month, and the phenomenal STEMits and B4 closes are back at it for real estate Mondays market watches. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm good. I'm really good, Doc. I'm good.
Man,
We had a nice little month. Had that nice little month long hiatus. And got had to get my wits about me, get a nice little rest, broaden up my pores, got some work done, went to a spa, laid out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Had to get my little thing on, my essential oils and all that, yeah, your boys refreshed now, we ready, we in.
just for the end of the year, guys. I love end of the year conversations. I'm so into finances in the late November, all of December time frame.
Mm.
And I had to make sure Brandon was like, we want to start off fresh inside of January. I'm like, nope, we closing the year.
She tried to make me close, y'all. She want to
Close the
close.
year.
She want to close
Because it's
before
we gotta,
closing.
yeah, close it before it closes because it's so important that we plan for January. You don't start
Hmm.
January in January, but we plan for January. I've already looking into what I'm doing. I'm already looking at things. So,
Hmm.
real estate. You listen. Wealth is built by investments. I'm
Hmm.
really into this guy. What's his name? I can't. Minority Mindset. I love him on YouTube,
Mm.
and he's not supporting me or anything, but
Minority mindset. Hey, you never know. He might catch wind of this and he might be the next guest on your show.
hey, it's so critical that we change our mindset, number one, um, and we really understand how wealth is built. Inflation's Inflation benefits the investor.
Hmm.
High prices benefits the investor.
Full stop. Full stop.
Period. So if you're not investing, you're not getting any wealth. So talk to me about the market. What's going on with market watchers?
Lord have mercy. I mean, for the next few months, what I could do is just have a smile painted on my face, and that'd be an accurate feeling for the whole of 2024, whatever's left. That's an accurate, uh, you know, snapshot of how I'm feeling on the inside with regards to the market. Just a big old smile on my face, right? So, guys, I mean, Lord have mercy. Let's go, market watchers. Let's do this. Let's
Yeah,
do
let's
this.
do this.
Market watchers. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And again, the purpose of this whole thing is for us to learn how to read the real estate market, learn how to read markets, right? So we miss October, so we'll talk about October first. On the sales, average sales price is actually holding steady for Orlando. They're hovering right around the 440s, the 430s to the 440s. Down from earlier in the year from 460 to the 450. So we saw a slump there. We're in respectively 439,000 for November.
Okay.
Right. December numbers aren't out yet, but total sales that has also slipped a little during the first quarter to the second quarter. We were in the 600s, high 600s, and now we're down to the 400s, mid 400s. So there's been a slippage in average homes sold at bulk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Available homes. This is one that I need to put in here now because it's that critical. Because it's important to find out and show that while prices are going down and sales are going down, what is going up? That's another indicator. So when you
Okay.
see that available homes are going up, the,
Wow.
and that's been
So there's
going
a
up,
lot of supply.
it's a lot of supply. We in
Wow.
Orlando, it increased. It's basically it increased by double since August. So we had 224 available homes in Orlando, and now in November we have 483. So we've doubled in the city of Orlando. And I go with Orlando, guys, because it's the most central hub for Central Florida, right? So I mean, we could break it down in other counties, but by and large, the way Orlando goes, because that's the central hub for commerce, for jobs and all that other stuff. So um if our impetus is doing well, then the whole of Central Florida will do well, right? I'm sure that makes sense to somebody
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
So 483 is what we're talking about, but also very curious. The amount of pending homes have gone up as well. We were slumping for a really long time, all the way from the end of the first quarter to the second quarter. It started to creep up a little bit in the third quarter, and then we just saw a really big jump here in the fourth, right? So
Mhm.
things are coming up,
People are
and then you
trying
have
to sell. People are selling.
people are selling. People are selling, yeah. And lastly, available days on the market is going up, and has continued to go up since late in the third quarter, all the way to now. So, what does all this tell us? It tells us that while values are going down, it's been a pretty steady. It's been pretty steady, not precipitous drop like off a cliff. It's just been a slow
A
kind of
slow
grind
decline.
downward. Right, right.
Gotcha.
Your total sales though have seen a sharp decline, and almost by the same decline on sales, you've seen a sharp incline in available homes. So, and then on top of that, it's taking more time to sell the properties,
Selling the house pending. Yeah.
right? Which is contributing to the amount of available homes for sale. Because if October's homes aren't selling, it just gets rolled over into November, and then that's combined with November's new listings coming in. So that's just it's just going to
And
keep
you
rolling
always
over.
say this. You always say the holidays are the best time to buy because that's when nobody's
Yes,
buying.
yes, yes, yes,
I
yes,
learned
yes,
that from you.
yes,
I'm
yes.
learning. I'm learning.
I wish I could just show you my graph real quick, because what you see here is a scissors, right? You see one going down and you see another going up at the same time. So there's an axis point right here, right?
Mm.
And it's a beautiful thing. So if again, if you're if you're able to buy, please do. Please spend your money. Do it. Do it this season. Do it for the
Invest.
holidays.
Invest.
Yes. Invest. Invest. Do it. If you're looking for a home for yourself, now is the time. Them sellers out there will give you everything plus a Christmas tree to make this sale happen.
They're
They
trying to
they
get it out of
will
done for the year. They're trying
they
to get it
trying
out.
to get at. Mhm. They're trying to get at. Trying to get at. So
What's up, Roddy? Baldwin English Jr. asks, "What do you all think about buying rental property out of state as an individual first-time investor?"
As a first time investor,
Mhm.
I would
Or
say, like everything else, you want to know the area. You want to get a team together. You don't just want to go on realtor.com and just start searching stuff out, right? Just like, oh, that looks good, $80,000, I'll buy it. No, you want to make sure you got a realtor in the area, someone that you can have that can put some eyeballs out there for you. You want to make sure you have a contractor in the area that can give you a good assessment on overall repairs for the home, someone that you can trust. And it always helps if you have somebody there, like a relative or a friend or somebody in your that you can trust to actually put an honest set of eyes on it and give you their full evaluation. And then at that point, it's all about the numbers, right? So you put the numbers together based on what you have, and if it makes sense, go for it.
pull the
But
trigger.
yeah, but that team when you're buying out of town is so crucial. So
Okay, so that makes sense. Cause listen, you want to keep it rented,
mhm,
you know. And I learned this: like, do people feel safe in that community? And
mhm,
is it walkable?
mhm,
You know the neighborhoods where you live, that you wouldn't live there, and you know people who wouldn't live there, and it would be difficult to rent there or at least hold legit people there. Like, you
mhm.
gotta know. So I like how you said investigate and make sure you have some people you can trust up there. Just don't go by yourself,
I like that.
especially if it's your first time. That's that
Investigate.
word. That's the key word.
Yes.
Investigate.
Mhm.
Thank,
Strong.
thank you all for joining. Thank you, Roddy, for the question. Feel free to ask questions. Okay, so anything else you want to say about market watchers? You're pretty much done with that.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much it. I will add a quick testimony. I remember maybe about 4 or 5 years ago, there were some folks that I knew that were interested in buying in Detroit. And this was back when Detroit homes were like, I mean, even the city was kind of giving them away. They were just at
Yeah,
like these ridiculous prices. People were telling me, man, I was at the city auction. I got a home for 5 G's. I'm like, 5,000. That's a car. You bought a car in the
yeah,
land. You bought a car with a foundation. That's what happened.
yeah,
But then, when I found out that also at the same time in those same neighborhoods, they had whole scores of homes that were vacant,
yeah,
like in the same block. So it made sense that they were trying to, get these homes sold and, get some actual people in there. But the amount of time that it took to fill those homes with a prospective tenant,
sure.
you know, that's another
That's what
story
matters.
entirely. Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
matters if you're talking about rental properties.
Oh yeah. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if it's just $5,000, I would do it because I have $5,000 in the savings account doing nothing. I have you know I don't have a problem having $5,000 plus taxes, yearly
Mhm.
taxes, which you could of course write off. But if you don't have it, if you don't have that,
Mhm.
and you're not into long term investing, then you have to really really consider, is it livable? Because that's your point. Your point is to have somebody live in that house and pay you rent so they
Right.
profit. Take that same 5 G's and put it in a stock. I'm not going to say any stocks because we are not, but
Yeah,
certain things are jumping like crazy, going up 10, 20, 50%, 250% interest.
I've heard the stories. I've heard the
Listen,
stories. I got a set it and let it alone account. I honestly haven't looked in the last couple of months. I just put cash in it and leave it there.
yeah,
And that's kind of how it works out for the Merrill Edge, man, for the Merrill Edge. But I mean, I've been hearing some stories. But at the same time, while pop things are popping on the stock market end, there's some very interesting things happening on the real estate end. So
absolutely.
yeah, man. Talk to
Absolutely.
your peoples, guys. Talk to your peoples, man. Talk
Talk
to
to
them.
your people.
Talk to
Yeah,
your peoples,
yeah,
man.
Colin. It's the 5,000 plus the cost to fix it up, plus the taxes,
Hmm.
plus the yeah. It's you gotta make some. Get a team. Get a
Yes,
team, like you said.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Get that team. Get that team. So, you want to slide into the other side of it, there,
Yeah,
Doc? You want
let's
to hit
talk
the other
about
part? Okay.
yeah, let's talk about Cyber Monday. Like today is
Hey,
Cyber Monday.
hey,
Speaking of
hey.
which,
I
speaking of which, like, listen, it's Cyber Monday. Get that book on Amazon.
ah,
Get that
yes,
book. It's
ma'am.
not half off or anything, but
Oh, you ain't got no sour butter deals.
no, I got no deals. But listen, support your girl. I'm making y'all money. I like, especially you guys on Phenomenal Financial Freedom. I taught you guys how to get XRP cryptocurrency 5 years ago. If you follow my instructions, you are going to be extremely happy right now. XRP has gone up almost like hundreds of percentage. Drop drop a some thank you money in my account pretty much. Buy that book. And of course, I have all kinds of virtual programs, Phenomenal STEM Year,
mm,
Phenomenal STEM Camp on
mm,
www.phenomenalstem. It's Cyber Monday. Go on there and get that virtual program for your kids to prepare them in STEM and for mathematics.
mm,
All right. Okay.
mm.
That was my sidebar. I'm sorry. It's Cyber
Good,
Monday. And
good.
could there be any real estate deals? Like,
Hallelujah. That's the answer to that question. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. On that money making part, STEM. Mm.
STEM for mathematics, making Monday.
Hmm. So
Making
yeah, there's quite a few deals out there. What I want to do, Maya, is send you a link,
okay.
and I just want you could post it, and
Am I
what I
gonna
would do is
post it
do
online
is just
or am
save
I
you guys
gonna
all
am
time.
I gonna post it online or am I on Phenomenal Financial Freedom? Or I'm gonna
Well,
share my screen.
you could do any of the above, but what works best for you? Do you want me to send you a screenshot of the property
Um,
or send you the link so you can kind of breeze through the pictures and whatnot?
go ahead and send me the link for right now.
Okay.
Um, and then I will basically open it up on a window and try to show it. And definitely, I'm going to put it in my Phenomenal Financial Freedom group. So if you're watching from my homepage or other pages like LinkedIn, and you want to know about this link, do me a favor and um, join Phenomenal Financial Freedom. Okay, do
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
Do that for me. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share the screen. Um, so
I'm
you
gonna
have
send you all the properties that I'm looking at here.
so
And
right
guys,
now
I have go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
you see this picture right here. This house is going for $199,000.
Hmm.
Can you
I
see
don't
that?
know who the realtor is. Oh, I could see it. I could see it.
One
This is in
hundred
St. Petersburg, Florida.
St. Pete.
Hmm. St. Pete bringing the heat. Now, I don't know who this realtor is, but y'all might have to pay me some royalties or something because I'm putting your property on blast. It's free marketing. You know what I'm saying? I might have to talk to this realtor. But
Yeah,
in any
come
case,
on.
in any case, um, this is a beautiful property. This is
Oh, wrong one.
in a,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Go
This is
ahead.
a
Go ahead.
part of Yeah, so this is a part of St. Petersburg that is I actually have some family out in St. Petersburg that
Mm-hmm.
lives over close to the Rays Stadium, right? The Tampa Rays, the baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that I like about St. Petersburg and Tampa real estate, and we'll make our way all the way back into the center, guys, is that there's a lot of future plans for St. Petersburg as a whole. The city is investing heavily into the infrastructure, They're widening roads, they're adding light posts, they're remodeling whole parts of the city. Even for the Rays Stadium, they're going to be extending the area as a whole and remodeling so that they can beautify the whole area. So they're investing in the city. That's always a good sign. And because of which, you have your investors and your
Hmm.
speculators that are coming in there, right? And they're betting on the future of St. Petersburg. And in my personal opinion, I think it'll pay off. One thing that I like about St. Pete right now is while the prices are going low, the the rents are staying high because still the demand for housing is
Yeah, it's a good
high.
city. It's a good city. Yeah.
It's a really good city, but for some reason the buyers are just not coming out. I mean, I know the reasons, but man, I it just I don't know. But anyway, $200,000 you get for this property.
A 3-2.
Yeah, it's a three-bedroom, two-bathroom, about 1,100 square feet, right? On this, I'm not sure on your side, it has the mortgage calculator, but it does on my side. It calculates how much you will pay in mortgage altogether
I
based
have
on today's
estimated
rates.
monthly cost 14,000. I mean $1,470.
You got it. You got it. So just to break that down, that is if you press the little down thing, the little down arrow, it'll break down the cost for you. So they have mortgage, how much your principal interest will be, what your taxes will most likely be based on the information that is put there in the listing, and they give you a guesstimate on home insurance. It's not an actual, guys.
$70. I don't know
I
about
know it's a guesstimate. As soon as I seen that, I was like, well, uh,
they
and
trying
then
to con
hurricane,
you right there. Ain't no
and then
$70 insurance for no month. Let me
and
try
then
that.
hurricanes that went through there recently. I'm not 100% sure, but do your homework. There's a number of resources you can go to for that. You can go to your own home insurance company. I have Universal Property, so it's very easy for me to call my agent and be like, "Yo, what's going on in St. Pete? Let me give you a number," and he'll run and give me like a policy guesstimate and whatnot. So do your homework. So let's say that it's just a little bit. It's definitely on the low side, but it's much more like say 100. You add a little bit more to the monthly. Okay, as it stands right now, with $70, if you add an extra 30, I'd have to redo the numbers. Let me see if they'll allow me to do it here. Oh, they will allow me to do it here.
Add another 100. Like, yo,
Yeah.
it costs
Uh,
money.
uh, This is for the year, so I'm gonna put like 15.
1,500. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
do
I'm
1,500.
gonna put a 1500 on the low and then go with
Yeah.
that. Okay. All right. So you're looking at 1525 as is. There's no HOA and utilities. We're not going to add that in for now. If you rent it, the tenants pay for that anyway for your utilities. So I wouldn't put that as a cost. You're at 1525. Sounds high.
Yeah.
When until you find out that the rents in the area are doing anywhere between 1,900 and
Wow.
$2,300 a month.
Wow.
So if you just rent it out casually for $2,000, you're clearing, a little over $400 a month.
Cash
Uh,
flow, baby.
cash in your
Cash
pocket.
flow.
Cash in your pocket. Absolutely. Now, if you look at the actual, look at the home, it's actually in pretty good shape, right?
It looks
You
good.
have
Yeah, yeah,
wood
it looks good.
floors, new kitchen, new bathroom. It's probably a little on the small side because of the square footage.
Hmm.
Looking at one of the rooms look like again a little on the small side, but could be good for a starter family, right?
Yeah, somebody who needs a house to live in.
Yeah, yeah, somebody
It's
who's
pretty well modeled too.
I think so. You want to do your
Yeah.
inspections and all of that. Don't just go by what you see on the pictures, but at
Heard.
least what I'm seeing on its face, it looks like even the water heater looks new in the picture I'm looking at on the ninth picture. And I see in the picture the hookups. The washer and dryer hookups are there off in the
Hmm.
distance. So
Okay.
you can just put your washer and dryer, whatever you want in there, and you should be good to go. So let's factor it in, guys. So we're talking about uh $2,000 a month. Let's just go on the low end, $2,000, right?
Hmm.
And what most people do is they factor in the entire amount of the loan. But I tell people you actually want to factor in what you put into the loan, what you put into the house, the investment. So if you have decent credit, you can get a loan for 10% down. And that's for someone at very, I'd say what they call fair credit, fair to good, which is about 650, right?
Mhm.
So you come in with 650, they're going to allow you to put in 10% on this property.
Mm.
And you'll get your conventional loan and all that standard. So 10% of 200,000 is your 20 G's that you put into the home.
Mhm.
Cash, and then you have your closing costs. So let's say you bump it up to, 5%. So that's an extra 10 grand. So let's say you put, so, full stop, $30,000 to get the home. Okay. They pull out the calculator and we'll factor in the ROI of the property, right? So we're going to go to my
Let's do the M for
calculator.
mathematics. M for
I'm
math.
going to do
M
the
for
M for
mathematics.
mathematics. Amen. 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 Got to put that math in there. So we're going to go by the cash flow. We're not going to go by the whole rent amount. So that's really $400. So 1525 it said for the monthly.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay. 1525 and we rent for $2,000. So that brings us in at like 475, right? Okay. Times that by 12 for the year. You're coming in at $5,700. Okay. That's cash you put in your pocket every year if everything here stays constant. Okay.
Yeah. So extra
Now
5,000, extra $5,000, $5,000 to $6,000 in your
yeah,
cash, your money.
exactly. After everything is paid, that's how much you're putting into your pocket. Okay.
So off of an investment of, you said
30,000.
$20,000.
20,000 plus your closing costs. So let's say out the door, you're looking at $30,000 out the door.
But aren't isn't it Black? Isn't it Cyber Monday? Aren't they like, I'll pay your closing costs? I'll pay
You can do it.
everything.
You can do it. I'm
Hey,
just saying. I'm just saying. All that stuff considered, we're gonna have closing costs. So let's just say you
yeah,
have to pay for all of it. We're stacking the numbers here. We're stacking the numbers here. So if you start from where I'm at and then go down, then it's even a better investment for you, right?
right.
So we're dealing with the worst case
Worst case
scenario.
scenario.
Okay, we take
Mhm.
our 5,700, we divide it by the amount that you put down on the property.
That's right.
Doc, why don't you do the math
Let's do that
for me?
math on that, because that's that 5,700 divided by 20,000.
30,000,
Oh,
Doc.
sorry,
30,
sorry, sorry,
30.
sorry, sorry.
She just don't want to
I don't, I,
play no coding cards. That's what's happening right here.
times 100%. That's a 19% profit
Year after year.
year over year. That
Yeah.
ain't listen. That ain't that ain't stock market prices. Stock market, they say you can get maybe 8%, eight
Okay.
percent increase year over year. And honestly, what I'm hearing from Goldman Sachs starting next year, they say it's gonna go up 10% next year. But all the double digits gains that we've been having for the past 10 years, 30% gains, 20% gains,
Mhm.
it's not gonna
Mhm.
be like that. They talking about, this is what they're predicting. I don't know if it's true. We don't know the stock market, but they're talking about 3% gains in the stock market in the future. A
Mm.
year. That ain't nothing.
Well,
Not compared to this 19% year over year. That's why real estate make people wealth.
mhm. And that's not even accounted for the other factors, like appreciation, like the rent is gonna go up over the years,
Right.
right? Like, the appreciation, your tax, it's a bit of a tax shelter there, you can write off your expenses. So, you refi it, you get an equity line of credit, what have you, and you have cash now to maybe make another investment, and you just keep it rolling. It'll continue to pay for itself. So, man, it's just again, this is why when we were talking off camera, Doc, I was just like, it just don't even make sense no more. This same property a year ago, I promise you would have an extra 50K on it. I
Mhm.
promise you. And at 200,000, You'd be surprised if you have a whole roof a year ago. That home gonna be toe up. You're gonna have
Wow.
to put some elbow grease into it and all of that. But we're at a
Yes,
place
ready
now
again.
where you can get a home that seemingly looks move-in ready condition and put in your money and make this return on as soon as you get it rented out. It's like it's like Christmas. I don't know, but when I see these deals, it's like their little season bells going off in my like
Ching,
ding
ching,
dong.
ching,
Yeah,
ching.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like Santa calling ding 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 ding.
It's Cyber Monday, y'all. It's the holiday. People,
Oh man.
come
I'll show
home,
y'all
people
one more.
buying, buying.
I'll show y'all one more, man. I'm
All
gonna
right,
show
give me
y'all
another one.
one. I'm gonna hit you with another one. We're gonna
Can you
make
give
this a
me like
little.
a duplex one?
I'm about to send you a duplex one right now.
Cool.
Now, mind you, when we had a conversation, Maya, and I said that it wasn't the right time at the time, right? I kept looking. I have a search out for you, which I told you on one of like a long time ago. I told you that
Yeah.
any realtor can set a search for you. It takes them no time at all, and you'll start getting searches from the MLS, and it'll just come. So I just kept your search alive. I didn't stop it, and I continued to get properties like based on your search criteria.
Do me a favor. I don't have it yet. Did you put it in here yet? Did you put it in?
No, I'm trying to.
Oh,
It won't let me go ahead and like do the whole link all in one shot. So I have to do the whole thing where I have to
got you.
scroll the cursor across all these words and mercy. Anyway, so I'm going to be sending it here to you in a second. But in any case, this is a duplex. Let me give you the numbers. This
Okay.
is a duplex, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
This is for $300,000. Honestly, I think it's a little on the high side if you ask me. I think
Yeah.
it's I personally believe that it's a little on the high side. But
I have in my mind, my spirit, 80,000 per door. That's what I heard like last year. 80,000 per door is a good deal.
okay, I would not speak against that. I would not speak against that. I think depending on the area that you buy, $80,000 on average based on rental prices over, month in, month out, I think that is a good deal,
Mhm.
right? Overall, I just sent it to you.
All right, it's coming. All right, so let's share this screen. Hey guys, I see people coming in. Uh, we're looking at
We're looking at deals, y'all. We're
the
looking at
same one.
Cyber Monday deals.
You gave me the same one. That hold on, let me
Sure.
yeah, it's coming out as the same
Okay, let me try something
one.
else.
Let me, I'll see. It could be me. I could have been picked. I could have chart chose the wrong one. Let's see.
Okay, let me try this one here because I just
Okay,
copied a
I
bunch.
got it. 299. 299.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Two
All
ninety
right.
nine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's share. Let's share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at this cyber deal. Cyber
Yes,
Monday
ma'am.
deal.
Cyber Mondays, baby. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. So here's the specs on this one. This is a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom on each side. A total 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Okay. It's in Orlando.
In
I'm not
Orlando.
particularly. It's in Orlando. Yeah, it's in
Uh-huh.
Orlando. Yeah. I'm not particularly familiar with this area of Orlando, I must say.
What part?
But here I'll pull it up on the map
This
real
is a
quick.
big house.
Yeah, it's a 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom um duplex. So it's 1600, it's about 1700 square feet on average.
Okay.
So it's like 1690, right? This is located in okay, it's close to what road so I can give you point of reference here. It's close to Pine Hills. Close to
Okay.
Pine Hill North Pine Hills Road. Not too far away
Right to
from
the
that.
Pine Hills.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Right.
it's a rough neighborhood, but not too rough.
Yeah. Not too rough. Not too rough.
Mhm.
Right, just a few blocks, I would say like 10 or 15 blocks away from Silver Star Road.
Okay.
So it's in that general area.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay, I know
Right.
what I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I think I know what this is.
Right. So let's look at the specs, right? So This is a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom on each side. So what we're going to do is have a look at what homes have properties have leased for in that price range. So we're going
Okay.
to be looking at 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom lease homes in this neighborhood. Okay. And I have the software in front of me, so I'm actually going to look it up so y'all get fresh
You can
comp.
get 1,900 per for a 2 bedroom. 1,900 per door.
You can get, well, let's find out. Let's find out. Let's have a look here. So we're going to adjust the comps a little bit. Adjust so that we have the right things here. So we can dealing with 2 bedroom, 1 bathrooms. And these are, it doesn't have to be single family because these are apartments. So we can add that out there. Okay. And then we're going to go with what we have. We got 21 matches that have been sold. Let's have a look. Okay. So right off the rip, we got one in the immediate neighborhood that at least for, let's see, 14.
Oh,
We got
14. Mm.
we got 14, we got 16, and we have 14. So let's say right around 14 to $1,500.
Okay,
Okay.
$1,500 per door.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's say $1,500 per door. All right. So now let's look at our the specs there for the monthly. Okay, so we have it pulled up right there,
So that's 2196.
2196, right? Let's go ahead and look at the cost breakdown because they might be trying to juke us on the home insurance again. Let's see what we
Yeah,
got.
100 times 105 times 12 is only it's going for $2,000 over there.
Okay, so let's
Like
let's
$2,500 for home insurance over there. No,
let's
no, no,
adjust.
no. I'm paying. I live in a park and I pay that. So
Okay,
let's.
that's a Popka though. This is not
So
the same. This is not
that's
the
what
same
I'm saying.
district.
So 18 to $2,000. So it's a little low, but not that low.
Okay, okay, let's put 2,000 on the high end, just to be on the safe side.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So we got 2,000 altogether out the door. You're looking at 2258. Okay. All right. So that's what we're working with. So if
Okay,
we get both sides rented, you're making $3,000.
$3,000.
Yeah, you're gonna be making 3 grand. So let's put that in the calendar, right? Now again, we're putting in what you're spending on the duplex. The money is the bank is loaning you 90% of the cost of the duplex. So your cash in out of your hands into the investment is going to be 10% of that, which coincidentally is 29 or just say 30,000 just be round. Let's make it a nice round number. Now let's look at the pictures. Again, we're going through the same process. We're evaluating the property, overall condition. It looks like it's in, I would say, rent
It's
ready
okay.
condition, right?
It's rent ready, but I
Yeah.
mean, based on the neighborhood, I'm concerned. This is what I would be concerned about the consistency of the renters. You
Okay.
know,
Okay. There's a way around that.
especially next year where people gonna be laid off. You know, I just anticipate a downturn, and the people who live in this neighborhood are more likely to have that issue, and so I would be concerned about um the consistency of the rent.
Well, the thing about this is that where consistency may be a concern, and that's personally, I've seen deadbeats on the good side of town. I've seen deadbeats on the bad side. The way you get around this in a neighborhood that you have questions about is just go Section 8. And right
Mhm.
now, Section 8 have actually their voucher amounts have actually gotten much better. They've really caught up to the market as a whole, which was great because I mean, people are really struggling out there. And the fact that you have if the city is still not, on the same page of where the market is currently, then you have people coming out of pocket and they frown against that sort of thing. They want you to not come out of pocket. Just use whatever they give you on the voucher. But if they're $300-400 below what the market value is for the rent in
It'll
the
be tough
area,
to do that.
I mean, you got 1+1 = 2, guys. So you gotta, I'm glad that they came up. But you can find a voucher that'll do 15 or somewhere in the high 1400s. So let's do 15. So if you're at what was the monthly, doc? Give it to me.
I don't remember. It was 20,
Let me see. I got to
20
pull it up.
some
2258.
2258. Yeah.
2258. Okay. So we put 2258 in, doing the M side of the stemmus, right?
And for mathematics,
That's right.
2258 minus 1500. No,
Minus 3,000.
3000. So
Yeah.
3000 minus 250 2258.
Yeah. So that comes up to 742 for the month.
Right.
That's what you're putting in your pocket.
Yeah.
$742 from a duplex, right? So that's
Mhm.
more or less a little over $350 a month. Not bad. Not bad. So we times that by 12 and you're coming up with almost 9 grand, $8,900, $88,904. Okay.
Mhm.
Now let's stick to the books. Again, we're going to take 10% of 30 grand. We're going to take 30 grand. We're going to add a 5% of 30 grand. So that's 15. So that puts us at $45,000.
45,000.
Okay.
That's how much you invested in the property.
Right. Let's say that you went in at $45,000. You got your loan, all that good stuff. So 45 grand. We're going to put in 8904, right?
It's
And then we're going to
19%.
divide that in. Doc, what you got?
I got 19.8%,
There you go. Close to that's basically 20% right
20%,
there.
20% year over year.
Yeah.
And I think what's important for us to recognize is that the goal of wealth is to make a profit, to have a cash flow in which the money that you get helps pay your bills. That I mean that's what I've constantly learned from before closes. I'm gonna stop sharing for right now.
Mhm.
Um, and outside of good entrepreneurship, you're just not gonna see those percentages gains. You know, 20% year over year on a beautiful stock market year. You can get that. At savvy investors can get that, but real estate, I see what you're saying, Brandon. The investment that you make can lead to such great profits.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, so what do you say to hey guys? I see y'all watching. Any questions that you have? What do you say to the people that say, "Man, I also got to pay for an accountant. I also have to pay for a lawyer because with these kind of profits, I got to make sure I'm doing my taxes right. I'm gonna make sure that I don't get, you know, sued by a tenant." And what do you say about that? What do you say to that?
I mean, all those things can be true. It can happen. You can get the wrong tenant in there. Worst case scenario, you have to evict the tenant. You know, let's say a hurricane comes through, you have to deal with damages. All these things are true. There's risk to every investment.
Investment. There's risk to every investment.
Yeah. The goal is that while the my grandmother used to say, make a while the sun shine, right? So she says, basically while the sun is shining, do the best that you can. Take advantage of the opportunity while it's still good to do it. Because
Mhm.
at some point you might have to deal with some struggles, some challenges. I rent property right now, and I'll be honest with you, it hasn't been 100% all on the upside. I had some months where my tenant asked me, "Hey, I'm gonna need an extra couple of days." These are human beings with human struggles, right? So I'm like, "Yeah, you work with them. You work with them. You say, yeah, okay, no problem. Just let me know. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help." And over time, though, if the person can afford to live there, it's going to be fine. You'll make
Mhm.
your money. You store that money, you put it away, you use it to pay your bills, or you reinvest in the property so you can pay off the mortgage in a quick fashion. You could do any
So you're
one of
not
those three
worried.
things.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. Man, the worst case scenario, I'll give you all a quick testimony, right? This is some crazy stuff. So my partner and I have a partner out of Miami that helped me buy a home in Daytona, right? And a storm came through. and damaged the roof of the property, and it started to leak. Like you could see the black spots started to form in the ceiling, so it was getting mold.
Oh
So we were
no.
like, man, this is some serious stuff. So we got a public adjuster, or not a public adjuster, but a insurance adjuster to come out. He doesn't work for the my actual insurance company, so he was able to show me what the actual damage of the roof was, and he dealt with the adjuster that works with the insurance company, right? So they put their heads together and all that other stuff. Mind you, the home is not that big. It's a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom house. It's like 1,000 square feet, like maximum.
Hmm.
Roof prices were right around. Well, I'm not going to disclose all that. Let's just
Hmm.
say
It was
they
a lot.
weren't a whole lot of money. It wasn't a whole lot of
It
money, but
wasn't a lot.
yeah, it was definitely north of 10 grand. It wasn't a whole lot of money, but it was a lot of money. And then the damage from the roof and the ceiling and all that. But we were able to make the appeal to the insurance company, and they gave us $33,000 to fix the roof.
Well,
And
praise the Lord.
and that came through. So we were able to not only fix the roof, we fixed any issues that went along with it, and we were able to, afford pretty much everything plus do some extra repairs that were needed in the house. We put the whole thing in the house. And, because of that, we were able to get it inhabited again for even more money than we had it before. So
Yeah.
again, you have to roll with it. You have to roll
Watch
with it.
and watch
Uh,
and watch God work miraculous
yeah, yeah,
ways.
he will. He will. He'll send people. First of all, we of course we prayed about it, and when I say that, it's not always a miracle that happens. Sometimes he just sends a person
Mm,
over that to help you with your situation. And if you realize that this person is at the very least wants your best interest, is not there to steal from you,
right.
and is somewhat good at what they do, you pray on it and you trust that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what happened here. And now I refer this brother to all my friends, like all my dudes is getting in on is talking to this brother. In fact, Shane. He
Yeah.
was on your
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shane was the brother that helped me out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And he helps my mother too.
huh?
Yeah, he's helping mommy
Say that
too.
again.
He's helping mommy
You're breaking
too.
up a little bit.
Can you hear me? Testing,
I can hear you
testing.
now. I can hear you now. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's working with my mom too.
Okay. Okay. So, you just have to it can have some risk in it, but it's not going to be risky the whole way through. While
Yeah,
it's paying you and paying you well, you collect and do well by that amount so that when those times do come,
you
you can
prepared.
have some money to help out, but then also get some people there to help limit your exposure on the damage. And then when it's all fixed and done, chances are you'll be able to rent it for even more than you had it before. Right. So don't let it scare you. If you don't have the money right now, we understand. Right. I understand. I didn't have the money right away to buy those 4 homes I got 2 years ago, but I partnered with somebody that I could trust, and we put our heads together. I have good credit and some money. You have more money than I do. We put it together. I manage because I'm closer. You're further away. We agreed on a split, and we went with that. It's that simple. You don't have to make it complicated. Well, I don't like so and so. So and so get on my nerves. Like he didn't look at me right at church. No, stow all that away. Think of it, just think of it in a business mindset. Present the opportunity to that person, and if it's a good investment, get together, get an agreement signed on a partnership agreement, and invest. And I promise you, all that ill will that you had before is going to evaporate when that money start coming
Where
in.
the
You're gonna be
money
like, "That's
comes
my best
in.
friend. I'm gonna invite him to everything. Yeah, to Turkey Day, birthdays, President's Day. We hanging out. We's friends. So that's my message to you guys. It could work out.
All right, let's talk about this last 10 minutes and let's talk about what we learned about time. Now you
Oh
were talking to
man.
me about Now I watched this movie last night. I watch it every time it comes
Mhm.
on. Back to the Future. I watched the whole trilogy, 1, 2, and 3 yesterday. And you
Yeah.
wish you could imagine going back 70 years, going back
Mm,
30 years, and watching where the market was at that time. And
mm.
what do you notice about trends? You have the ability to see markets over a long period of time because you are an experienced real estate professional. You've been in this game over 20 years. So what can you tell me about what you've learned these past 20 years in terms of trends?
So, we just have some software that I've held for years. I found out about the software a long time ago when I worked for Keller Williams. And this is why I say, guys, your local realtor is your best resource for what's going on in the market because we're just flushed with software, websites, resources that help us know all this stuff, right? We don't need to guess anymore. We can time this stuff. So I kept this software, and lo and behold, it allows me to go back like almost 20 years in real estate sales history. So what I did was I'm like, okay, let's have a look and see what how the markets have been doing since the early 2000s all the way out to now. And I looked it over, and all that market data looked so familiar, from the 2002s to the 2008s. We saw all kinds of great growth, right? If you were a realtor at that time, that was your heyday. If you were an investor at that time, that was your claim to fame. You bought homes, you rehabbed homes, you sold homes. If you're a realtor, you were selling like gangbusters. As soon as you put a sign out front, later on that afternoon, you were picking that sign up. It was a great time to be in real estate. Anybody that was in real estate, anytime they tell this story, it always starts really good, and then near the middle, it's like, but 2008 happened, and then all that happened there, right? More foreclosures happened, collapse of very critical institutions, insurance companies, etc., and that hurt our market and our globe, our world, in a huge way. So just to give you a brief summary, inventory
Remember?
went way up. We had a huge glut of foreclosures, and sales went all the way down. It got so bad in Miami that I had to get out of the sales business completely and just rent for a little while. I had to just rent property. I did that for about 3 years, and that's how I stayed afloat. Um, and I had to move in with a family member, relative, to keep things flowing, man, because it got that
Wow,
serious.
wow.
Um, from 2008 to 2014, that was that period. Now from
That,
2015 to 2020, right?
well, like take a stick of pen. It
We
was 2008 to 2014. That's how long the crash happened. That's oh
Yeah.
09, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 6 years of
And before
decline.
that, 2002 to 2008, 2002 to 2008.
And
So we had
2002
an incline for six
incline,
years, right?
6 years.
Yeah,
And then it came
yeah,
down for 6 years. Mhm.
yeah. Yep, yep, yep. For those of you who have never read the story of Joseph, you want to understand markets? Read the story of Joseph.
Oh,
Genesis.
that's deep.
That right there.
Your 7 years of plenty and your 7 years of famine. It's going to happen. It's about being preparing during the 7 years of plenty so you can
hmm
feast during the 7 years of famine. That's a word
Come
right
on,
there.
Doc. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. Anyway,
Rosin, Rosin, it's a Bible study tonight, Rosin.
mercy, mercy, mercy. Yes. Okay. So, electrified up in here, man. Yeah, you just gave me a little bit to work with. So, 2015 to 2020, we saw high availability. That's high inventory. There was a lot of homes on the market, but throughout those years, the sales kind of stayed steady on the low side. There was no huge spikes or anything. It was just a kind of a steady crawl throughout those years. And then guess what? COVID happened,
Yeah. And it
right?
was a 2% interest rates. I can't
And
believe it used to be
2%.
2%.
That's ridiculous. I mean, you've never heard of such a thing. It's such a thing has never happened in our history.
And I missed it. I was in my traveling.
You didn't miss it, man. Listen, there'll be other opportunities. There'll be other opportunities, especially now since I'm about to tell you what I've been telling you.
Yeah.
So from 2020 to 2023, we witnessed what has never happened in our history in real estate. We saw double digit dips in available inventory, right? It went from whatever amount of number it was on availability and the number cut in half. And we
Mhm.
had almost, I mean, I wouldn't say almost no homes because it was still a lot of homes, but half the amount of homes that were available between 2015 and 2020, half of them were gone
Mhm.
in just 3 years. Insane amount of movement. And then, of course, coming out of 2023, actually, I'd say more around the end of 2022 to where we are now, we know the story, right? The interest rates have gone up. That has hampered some buying for buyers. That's kind of frosted the market a little bit, put buyers on the sidelines. And then on top of that, for Florida, I can't speak for other states, but for Florida, you have higher than normal insurance,
Insurance.
so
Yes.
that has really put a hamper on the market as well. You also have all these hurricanes and all this stuff. So it's all had an effect on our market. So really what we've seen is just another trend of 2015. You have rising inventory and then the sales have been dropping down and then the
Mhm.
costs overall average sales pricing have been going down as well.
But
Why do I say all this?
it took about 6 years to do that. How's it doing it now?
Yeah. It took about 6 years before 2020,
Yeah.
but now it's doing it in half the time.
In three. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. From 2020 to 2023, we experienced a market like we've never seen. And then from end of 2022 to 2024, we lost, I wouldn't say all of those gains, but a good amount of it. A good
Wow.
amount.
It's
Yeah.
just so it's just
Yeah.
the timing is shorter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And therefore it's shorter time to take advantage of it before it starts going up again or what?
So if trends keep going the way it's been going for 2020, I wouldn't worry so much about how long it's taking for these trends to go. I would worry about how can you plan it and time it in a way that benefits you
Hmm.
because it could stay this small, it could get shorter, it can widen. All we know is what it's doing right
Right now.
now, right? And if we follow those trends into the right now, into the future, you plan yourself accordingly and you make those decisions for you and your family and for your business and for investments. Because if it follows the trends the way it's going now, and again, don't quote me on this because I'm just going by what I'm seeing. It could change. Anything could change. Next month could be something different,
Mhm.
right? We have a new administration in, and who knows what kind of laws and things they might put in to affect the market as a whole. So, um, if it stays the way it's been and we see the same trend in 2022 to 2020 to 2023, then we could be seeing another 3 years before maybe we'll start to see an upswing on markets, on the real estate market, going forward.
Listen, y'all, we gotta pay attention to the time. We gotta pay attention to the deals.
Hmm.
And who better to do it than Mr. Market Watcher himself before it closes? Before it closes, don't forget Tower Team Realty. Tower Team Realty.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here
he's
for
here
y'all.
for you. He is here for you before it closes at gmail.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Before it closes at gmail. I am the phenomenal STEMist,
Yes, ma'am.
and so is he. Let's go.